And with that, we officially welcome you into Geico Sports Night. I'm Justine Ward. I'm here with our Baseball Night New York crew, Marc Malusis, Licata, John Harper. The Yankees guys, they've lost 4 of their last 5, 16 of their last 22. Pitching has been an issue. Injuries are starting to rack up. Is it time to panic in the Bronx?
I think panic's a little bit strong. I mean, I think you got to be concerned. I think if you're saying, oh, it's not a big deal, we'll see exactly what they do. They're taking out water. I mean, they had a 4-game lead. Now it's, a 4-game deficit to the Boston Red Sox in the American League East. What was looking at as a promising year is not necessarily looking as so promising. And listen, I know it's how you draw it up. So if you said, well, before the year, if we were 5 games over the 500 mark at this stage, Yankee fans would sign on the dotted line. But at one point in time, they were 14, 15 games over. That's why this has a little bit of a different tone.
Yeah, it is kind of as you foresaw it before the season started. But I'll tell you, you say panic. If they don't get Betances fixed, they better panic because they have enough bullpen problems already. You can't trust Clippard. Warren's just back from an injury. This guy, him and Chapman, if they don't get both of those guys to close down games the way they're supposed to, they're not even going to be able to hang in the wild card race, I don't think. But I think he'll figure it out. He's had these problems before. He's been able to figure it out. But don't forget, all the way back to the minor leagues, this is why the Yankees eventually converted him from starter to reliever, because he had these kind of control problems. He finally had to go to the bullpen. So I think it is a major concern for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm ready to panic just yet, but remember, even when the Yanks were going well, we still knew they needed to add an arm or two, right? Not only the starting rotation, but trusted arm out of the bullpen. All of a sudden, Pineda has reverted back to Michael Pineda. The injuries that the staff has taken on. Betances can't get out. If he can't get out to the back end of the games, now you're really in big trouble. So ultimately, I do think it'll level out at some point. I thought it would have already by now after that tough West Coast trip. But I would be concerned because the Yanks definitely need to add some arms.
Harper, do you think the Yankees are going to be more hesitant about trading some of their prospects after this recent stretch?
I do think it, compared to where they were a couple weeks ago, I think, yeah, now Cashman's going to say, I mean, I'm not sure he was willing to make big moves anyway and trade those prospects. Hal Steinbrenner wants to hang on to these prospects, build slowly. But I think they did have a chance, you saw a chance to win the AL East. Now I think, yeah, Cashman might be a little more conservative if they're really looking at chasing the Red Sox and chasing a wild card spot as opposed to kind of being in control of this race. We'll know in a couple more weeks.
Yeah, but they've also lost some of that depth as well. I mean, honestly, you conceivably look at Dustin Fowler. It's going to be a long ways back for him from the ruptured patella tendon. You look at Gleyber Torres, who wasn't going anywhere but had the Tommy John surgery. So James Caprillion had the Tommy John surgery before the start of the year. So there's been a thinning out of the Yankee prospects down on the farm. I'm not talking about the low level. I'm talking about the guys that you thought were really on the precipice of making it to the major league level and made major league debuts. So right now, if I'm the Yankees and Brian Cashman's out, I'd be in a holding pattern.
But I think at the very least, they got to get a bullpen arm.
No, I would agree with that. If Betances, but Betances, we're talking about since June 22nd for Betances. This has not been a year-long problem.
No, but even with him going okay, I mean, I think you need a 7th. I don't think Clipper can be your 7th inning guy.
You got to be careful about going out there and getting rentals, though. For me, yeah, you want to add an arm in the back of the bullpen. It's not going to cost you that much. Fine. Big picture, though, I still want a young, controllable starter. If you could do that somehow and give up some of the prospects that maybe they have healthy, then I would consider doing that because it's not just about this.
A lot of teams need bullpen help.